Hey y'all, this is gonna be the rawest cut video. There's nothing, I'm literally out here just trusting in God because this is really gonna be very tough for me. I struggle with a lot of different things, but the most things that I struggle with is with idols. And today I'm coming here to talk about some things, some heavy topics. So there might be some trigger warnings in here. There might be some things that people are going to be really uncomfortable with, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to be obedient to God and what God is telling me to do. Straight like that. So there was a lot of things that I was exposed to when I was young. But I'm not going to talk about those things. The things I'm going to be talking about are the things that I have done. All through, I'll say, middle school and all the way until high school and even into a little bit into college, I struggled with hypersexuality. I struggled with lust. I struggled with having sex with multiple people. And I'm not going to discuss the number because it doesn't matter what the number is. But what I'm here to discuss about is that you never know what you are doing to yourself. You never know what you are doing to yourself, one in the spiritual realm, and what you're doing to yourself as the human, as the person. And I let sex and let lust and everything else that comes with it drive my life. Seriously. And any and everything that I did, that was most times everything that I thought about. And really honestly, not up until, maybe 2 days ago? I don't know. But that we've really gotten to the point where we're really just done with that life. Done with thinking in that way, done with wanting to lay myself out and sacrifice myself out in that type of way. And it's uncomfortable for me to talk about this type of stuff. It's uncomfortable to talk about these type of things because of what we have learned from social media, what we have learned in society about, once a hoe, always a hoe, she can never be a wife, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, I really don't even care about that type of stuff. I don't even care to be a wife if that means that you're going to have that type of mindset, And people think that you really, there's no change within yourself, but I am here to tell you that the change has came from God. The change has came from my Lord. The change has came from Jesus, all the way around. The things that God has been doing within me and within my life right now has changed my mind and my perspective on so many different things. So the opinions to me don't matter anymore. I only care about what God thinks about me, what pleases God. And at the end of the day, I understand that may not be your thing. I understand. And you may already have your opinion concocted. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that I can do with that. There's nothing that I can change about that, and that is okay. I even want to talk about the things that I dealt with homosexuality. I used to love women. Bad. I used to love women. And at the end of the day, it's not here to sit here and cast no judgment on anyone. You have what you have. You love who you love. At the end of the day, that's you. For me personally, that life did not work out for me. And the reason why it didn't work out for me was that I dealt with a lot of mental battles. I dealt with a lot of depression. I dealt with a lot of trauma. I dealt with a lot of misunderstandings. I dealt with so many different things that I should not have to deal with. Genuinely. I dealt with identity crisis. I dealt with self-esteem. I dealt with so many different things. I dealt with masculinity, different things like that, things that I put myself into that I didn't need to put myself into. And People can talk about, oh, here we go again, about the Bible thumping, and you trying to, no. That's not what I'm here to say. What I'm here to say is that life for me did not work. That life for me put me into a space, into a mindset that I could not get myself out of. The only person who took me out of that place was God himself. That's just it. I had nothing to do with that. Nothing about what changed me as me, nothing at all whatsoever. God changed that out of me. God changed me. God has gotten me to this point now where I don't want to be back in that life anymore because of what it brought me, because of the mental battles that it brought me, because of where I was in life. I do not want to go back to that place. And not because, oh, being with other women or being in the same sex is wrong. No, it was because my mental was sucky back then. And I was like, it was terrible. Like, genuinely, it was terrible. And it's not even about being in a relationship with anyone else. It's not about anything else. It's about being in a relationship with God and what he has shown me and the corrections and the structure and the order and everything else. That is more important to me than more than anything, because he has brought me so much peace and joy and love and self-control and intelligence and many different things. Like, he has brought these things to me. God has been my everything. He has always been there, always in the background, even when I didn't see him or didn't want to hear him. He's always been there. And now to be able to just really know him and pay attention to him, he really do be having some good things to say, some life-changing things that we were supposed to never have been doing on our own in the first place. Those type of things he has brought us and brought me so far within the last 2 weeks. I don't even know what to do with myself. Genuinely, I don't even know what to do with myself. And I have put so many things before him. So many things, unintentionally though, because he really do be opening your mind to a lot of things, but some things are intentional too as well. Because I remember I was pushing him away straight for the past 2 years. The cycles, the ups and downs, me wanting to read it for one moment and the next day I'm like, okay, I'm about to go do whatever I want to go do. Things like that. But he's so gracious and so patient. It didn't matter to him what I had been doing in my past. It still doesn't matter what I have been doing within my past. All he cares about is the days forward, the present moment, the future of wanting to continue to just be with him and continue to keep trying. That's all he wants from us. It's our hearts. That's it. We don't have to come to him clean. We don't have to come to him changing and all this. No, he brings the change. But we have to be intentional with our hearts to wanting to have that change with him. We have to be intentional with wanting our hearts to be like his hearts. And once you get past that mindset of, oh God, I don't know if I can continue to keep being keep doing this and all this just come as you are. Legitimately come as you are. Y'all see my life. You seen me for me. You seen how I act. You seen the fighter of me. You seen that big Draco or whatever and all this come on. My name is Chloe. That is who I am. My name is Chloe. That is who I am. The image that you have seen, that's not me. That is the person that I became while I was working in survival mode, trying to fight back life without God in it. That's who that is. But genuinely, so we are doing this because, one, I only care about what God feels about me at this point. especially at this point in time in my life. And for me, it's like I said, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to talk about the things that I have tried my hardest to hide. I tried my hardest to hide my past, especially dealing with sexual partners. I tried my hardest to hide that, well, no, I really didn't try my hardest with trying to hide that I was gay, but I'm no longer that anymore. And I'm so much happier in life following after God and chasing after his face and seeking his face, that I will do anything that he will tell me to do now. And so I'm going to still continue to keep being obedient to him. And I understand that there's things that's going to come. Life is not easy. Life is not fun. You're going to get hit in the face a couple of times from just life in general. However, from these days and these days on, I will continue to have God at my side so that when the life comes and punches are coming, he's blocking them for me. And I have my faith in him. I have my faith in Jesus. I have the faith in the one who lived on this earth, showed his way, did it his way, and did not conform to the world at all. He understood his assignment and he fulfilled it. And that same man died on that cross and rose again 3 days later, and the spirit within him woke him be alive again. Do you hear that? Like, the spirit that was in Jesus is also the spirit that's within inside of us. Like, all of that, like, it's so much. It's so much to be happy and joyful about. This world, this world. But having peace and joy and love and all the grace and mercy that you receive from God himself, that's what I want to live for. He makes me want to live another day. Because I used to be so suicidal. So suicidal. And not like in a way of like, oh, I want to go kill myself. But if I did not wake up the next day, I would have been okay with that. Genuinely. I would have been okay with that. Seriously. But God said, no, you are my child. And he breathed life into me. And he keeps breathing his life into me. He breathes his airs into my lungs and everything. That, I want that. I need that. And I will continue to keep having that. And I pray the same thing for y'all. I pray that y'all want the same thing. I pray that y'all just go to God and just be yourself. Don't worry about the checkbox. Don't worry about stop doing this, stop smoking, stop sneaking, all of that. Don't worry about all of that. Just seek him. Seek Jesus. That is it. Seek for the peace. Seek him. Because he's the only one that will give you actual, true, genuine peace. He's the only one that can heal our minds from the traumas that we go through. So, I thank God. I thank God for what he's doing inside of me. I thank him for what he's doing around me and the people that he's bringing into my life. I thank him for every single thing. I thank him for his correction. And I thank him for being him, the grace, the mercy, and everything else in between. Because that is my God and I love him. That is who I love. So, y'all hear anything from this video? It does not matter what you have done inside of your past, genuinely. It does not. It does not matter at all. It doesn't matter if you sat there and killed somebody or you sat there and stole this the next day or whatever the case may be. Come to Jesus. That is it. Be like, God, like, hey, I don't like this no more. I don't want this life no more. I don't want it. And he will show you the way. He literally is the truth in the way. Seriously. Because he came on this earth and he conquered this world. Just like that. So, I pray that y'all find that peace. I pray that you find them. And, yeah. I love you. But definitely God loves you more.